Hey guys, so I'm going to show you a few things that I do to ensure that my lace lays flat and looks as close to skin-like as possible. So I sleep with my wig during the week, and this is essentially how it will normally look in the morning. As you can see, there is some lifting, there is some crusting. I have been wearing this since Sunday, and so the condition is expected. The two things I start off with is just a cotton round and alcohol. I'm going to saturate the cotton round, and I am going to use that around the perimeter of my head, like so. So I'm just going to do this to make sure that all the gunk and all the glue buildup is removed as much as possible before I start today's application. I'm going to now flip my hair, and there are two bands. These two bands literally make or break how flush your hairline is going to look. So I'm going to come really close to you so that you guys can see, but this is essentially how the wig looks now. You can see there's probably like a little bit of rippling as well. It's not sitting as flush. What I do is I take these two and I push them back. I try and tie it as tightly but as comfortably as possible, and that's what we're going with now. So this is the hairline that we have now, friends. What I go in with next, got to be. I also do have glamour, but to be honest guys, I haven't found glamour to actually stick as well as got to be. So my favorite girl at the moment is still got to be. And what I do is I take a flat surface, I lay it flat like this, and I just spray. I'm trying to get as much product as I will need for this reapplication. I take the tip of a brush, it could be this tip, any tip that gives you precision. Just do this, and then you just start applying this on like so. You just massage it in, okay, around the perimeter. You need to be as precise and as accurate as you possibly can be, because this will help with just the neatness of it, and you'll have a little bit less to clean up when you're done. So this is now step 3, right, of what I do to kind of make my non-HD lace blend. What I've done with this as well is, it is a 13 by 4, but I do this thing where I flip the lace at the ears, because I wear it mostly as like a 5 by 5. I'll flip the lace. There's actually quite a bit. I could lay the rest of this down, but I do not want that kind of admin on a work day. So I flip the lace and I use a hairpin, and then I bring the hair back. And when the hair falls, it falls right over the ear. You can't even tell that I have done this. It never flips, it never shows. So I also tug on this side. I do the hairpin here, bring my ear forward. And I'm just gonna continue leaning the perimeter of my hair still. Like so. So here is what it's looking like now. You can see it's starting to look a little bit better. Just wanted to get a little bit tacky before we move on to melting. Okay. And the thing I love about this method is that, like, as you apply the got to be around the perimeter, you can actually see it like get thicker and stickier, which just makes it so much easier and better to use for the melt, and it also speeds up your own drying process. There are 2 melting bands that I use. I use like a normal regular stocking like this, nice long one, and then I also have a melting band with some Velcro. So what I do is I will just take my melting band and I will stretch it. Okay, I will stretch it, especially here in the front. you stretch it, and then you lay it a little bit more forward, because if you lay it right where the lace begins, when you take it off and it hasn't dried, it will just rip that lace up. So you kind of want to get it like here, not here, but here. You want to get it a bit further, okay? Just to make it extra flat, I go in with this. I never use this first. I haven't found that it lays my lace as well. So now my melting experience has started, right? It's these two bands. What I then do, right, because this is curly hair, is I like to refresh it and do the curls every day when I'm in the shower. So I will let the hair down. For that extra layer of protection, I go in with this, just to make sure that my lace does not get wet when I'm in the shower. So I'll put this on. Like so. So what I really love about curly hair is just how low maintenance it is. Like, it's really not that hard to make it look good. What I've done now is I wet the curls and I added just a little bit of conditioner. I love this band because it actually also acts as a towel for me. So now it's time to essentially take this off, and the melts should be like 80% there. I did 2-strand twists, which are looking super, super cute. And they are also like damp. So that will do. We're not doing anything to the ends of the hair at the moment. We are just gonna keep it and we're gonna put it back. We're gonna take this off, melting band number 1, which we will not be using going forward. Now we're gonna take off melting band 2. I like to take it off from the side like this. There are 2 things that I like to do. I like to remove that glue, and this time I want to use something a bit more precise, so I'll use one of these. It's this. Just do a little light. No, something just a little light. Okay, let's see here. Maybe there's a few touch-ups to do here. Cool. So I like to just use the remains of my foundation. So we add this. And then my winning secret is this. So this Iso Plus Spritz, it helps calm this ash. See, I don't want it to look like that. But I also don't have makeup on yet. So when I do get makeup on, it looks a little bit better. But I just put this on my finger, like so. Get some on my finger, and I just go over it. Can you see, guys? I just go over it like this. Just go over it like that. Okay, so I found like a nice clean spot, which is very important to do when you're melting. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so guys, that was the next step of how we get the melt, is with the spritz. You have to also melt it again, and I also just use a little bit of the leftover of my foundation from my foundation brush. Now I'm going to go do my makeup. We let this melt for a bit, and then I'll come back and show you guys the final results. Okay, so all my makeup is done now. All I need to do is just take this off, and then we should be good to go. Let it come off easy. Perfect. So that's our final melt, guys. Just gonna go in there with my foundation.
that is it, guys. That's how I melt my lace in the mornings.